Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raiders to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Raiders. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
14. Easy. Check three. Slam.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. Down Raiders. It's caught at the 1. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll set up the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Derek Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 24, Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And some room to work. Power running by Zeke. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
On first down, it's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They go play action now. Wilson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, if my calculations are correct here, and I think that they are, he's now over 55,000 career passing yards.
But you did get a fine education in the Midwest, my friend, so I know that happened, okay? I know those Butler Bulldogs very proud of what they sent out there, so I'm trusting your numbers. 55,000 yards? Wow. I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was already in the top 10. Now he just keeps climbing toward the top. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider. They've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 4. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
There's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw again. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Wilson wants to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a
I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Looked like safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8 inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up. And the Raiders have got him. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?